Hey, this is Kevin Michael with the Kevin Michael Film, and today was probably one of the most interesting days of my life. First, I missed my plane flight, and due to airport complications, while I was sitting at the airport, my buddy Eddie called me and he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "Well, if you're not doing anything for the rest of the day, I understand that you missed your plane flight, but however, there's a gentleman that I want you to meet." So I enter into the conversation, and I said yes. So this man uh, picks me up. Never met him in my life. First day off the bat is probably about I don't know, like 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, something like that. Hop in the car, and then from then on, my day turned from a bad day into the most inspiring day of my life. Joseph is probably one of the most incredible men that I ever met. Very intellectual, very passionate in what he does, and he turned my no's into yeses. And from right off the bat, I believed in his cause, and his cause is something more important than just himself. He is more for people and the children and for anyone else that needs help. He's willing to give out his two hands. If he had a third one, he would give the third one out too. He would serve everyone else before he would feed himself, and that's a man that to be respected. That's a man that I can trust. That's a man who I would believe in. If I didn't miss my plane flight, I never would have ran into this man and or experienced this day, and I'm glad it did. So hope you enjoy this. Joseph, you're an awesome guy. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Yo.
Hey, Kevin.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too, man. Good to meet you too.
So.
I had a hectic day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man.
If you wouldn't have missed that flight, I would have never picked you up, and maybe it was just meant to be. You know, I listen to Joel Osteen a lot, and he talks about how sometimes the setback is just a setup for your future. So, and this gets a little personal, but I'm okay with sharing it, I was treated pretty bad when I was a kid. My mother abandoned me, gave me away to some people. I ended up getting kidnapped by a transsexual. She ended up locking me in a room for a year. Never went to the third grade. You're very similar to Harry Potter Under the Stairs, right? And only without the books. And so I sang Jesus Loves Me and really just kind of made it through that. And ultimately, though, that experience was a huge blessing for me because it's really built me to who I am today, and it has been the springboard and the platform to help me develop Care Network and been the driving force for what I'm doing. So just like Joel says, sometimes that setback is just a setup for what God has in store for you. The focusing question, we always do this. Gary Keller talks a lot about this. What is the one thing I can do such that by doing everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? So come check it out.
Cool. What do you take from that?
I think that it's not an easy question. I think it's a tough question, actually. What's the one thing that I can do that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? And I really believe that leads to priority and sequence and systems and models. So it's a tough question, though.
Cool.
The breakthrough that I had in New Orleans last year at Family Reunion. So I was listening to Mo Anderson speak. It was the very last section of the conference, and they had me in VIP, and that was all well and good, but I was by myself. It's like I didn't know anybody there, so I really paid attention to what was going on, and I kind of got into it. And after that was over, we were out feeding the homeless, and I met some other Keller Williams agents, and that was really good. And I found myself in this square right downtown New Orleans, and I literally prayed to God. I said, "God, just give me the answers. I'm just so open and willing to be a vehicle for you." And right then, almost instantly, it dawned on me of how this was bigger than me. And so being in the commercial real estate business and a few years outside of real estate for kids, I was toying with the idea of just building a real estate company, a regular real estate company, that the profits would just fund my ranch. But I was motivated by you, Mo, that it's a bigger picture for others, and this is the others. So with Care Network, if we have our 10,000 agents, paying $100 a month, millionaire real estate agent. That's $12 million a year. Let's say that works out to about a $10 million gross, just so we can keep this short. That's enough to fund the small school that I want to have. But here's where the epiphany came, is that if I have 10,000 agents and I'm inspiring them and helping them with their business, and they're willing to contribute a small portion of their commission to the charity of their client's choice at closing, and let's say they did one closing a month, and they only gave $300 per closing, and they did that once a month, that's 12 closings a year, that's $3,600 to charity of their client's choice every year. And then if you multiply that times 10,000 agents, all of a sudden that's $3.6 million a month. And when you multiply that by 12, it's pretty close to $40 million. 4 times what we get. And that to me was bigger than me, but it gets better. I had the plan, or I still do, of these 10,000 agents, they're gonna connect their clients to the charity of their choices. And they're gonna do that by educating their clients on the ways to fund them. Go to their event. Buy goods or services, like bake sales or yard sales or, those kind of things. Christmas trees. Ways to volunteer and opportunities to donate. How do I measure that real impact? I can't wait to find out. I think the bottom line is it's much bigger than me, and I'm just thankful for the motivation and the opportunity. So, yeah.